Hello and welcome back to Factorio. And we are finally back, and I'm saying that because I took a way longer break than like an hour or two. I took like a few days off from recording this game, so I'm a bit fussy on where we left off, but I have checked the previous episode. So I do know we are setting up the coal outpost, and then we do want to do the iron one. I do know we want and need to do that, so that's fine. Now, what did we need? It was right. We need a transport belt and a bit of other stuff. We have that right now. Let's see. There's the car. So we're going to take the car, go back up again, and let's before we go up there, let's take a peek at how many cliff explosives we have, because we need them. 40. Let's make more. Okay, so we have 42 cliff explosives at this point. That should be enough, but we are going to need a lot of cliff explosives, and you do use them up quicker than you think you would be, so that is something to be aware of, that you might need way more than you think you need. So here we are. Now we do need to bring power out to this, but for the time being we're going to leave it like this, unpowered and such. Let's remove the cliffs over here. We are going to redo the wall so we have more space for the station, because we do want the station to be completely inside and protected by the turrets while it's standing still. It wouldn't be that. It would be really bad if the biters could get to the train and destroy it while it was standing still, because there were no walls or turrets defending. I'm not sure how much bigger it's going to have to be. Oh, we need walls probably. Yeah, most likely. Well, let's use these ones and the wood we happen to have. Let's make as many of them as we can. There we go. And now I don't think I need to go any further up. We don't want to go too far. Not sure exactly how far we want to go. Now, what I'm going to do is actually take my massive stack of train blueprints. There's a lot of train blueprints in those two books, so I am going to just look at them and refresh my memory. Right, I actually have them here because I can't remember exactly 100%. We actually have a bit too much, like there. I think I might need one more again. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Now, this is a station I have made in segments. So we have this one, like this. We need to move this, like that. Oh, I didn't actually move it. There we go. Like this. Now, you don't need this rail signal, to be honest, because the station works as a rail signal, sort of. So you don't actually need it, so I'm not going to put it there. Now, it happens to be in the blueprint, but that's fine. So that's the last segment. Let's take a look. That's that segment. No, I was correct. It was just boom, boom. Though this, I think that this segment is just something I took out, so I can customize it depending on how big the train is. Yeah, most likely. And then we have this part. Now, let's take a look at how big we want the trains to be, because that will determine. I don't want wood in there, so let's remove that. That will determine how much track and how big the wall is going to have to be, like how much we're going to have to change. This is for wagons. I think that's what we want. I think we want 4 whole wagons. That means we need this to be a bit longer, like that, and you do want a bit of extra space just in case. You always want that extra. If you can use that extra space, if you can like squeeze it in, you totally want to do that. And this is going to be, I'm going to put this down just so I have a marker for how, like where the wall is going to have to go out to. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut it here and go straight out there. Let's get you in. And then we need 1, 2, 1, 2. Put them over there. And the train doesn't need more than 2 to get past, so now you might want to make like more so you can go through, or for aesthetics, because you like it when the looks of it when it's closer. And then we are going to do this. Right now I'm just going to put down turrets so we have a bit of defense just in case. because it seems like we need more walls. Now, I might get a bunch, 10. That's not a bunch, that's a small amount. So let's go get some walls, because we are going to need them. Now, where am I going? We are going to go down here and in here. That was very close. That I didn't just drive straight into the wall there. And yeah, all of this is going to have to go because we want our train station to be up here. Now, I do apologize for the explosion sound, but it's not something I can do much about because the sound for the explosions are very loud. Run, Forest, run. Destroy 100 trees by impact. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of achievements. If we look at the achievements, we have a bunch of achievements that can be done. Some are really easy, some are really hard, some are like special challenges, whereas others is just like some fun, goofy stuff. Now we can actually remove that, so let's change that. Let's then head down to where the walls are being made. There they are. There we go. I have a bunch of walls again. For some reason I had put them away. Probably because I didn't need them anymore, but now I do. Let's destroy some cliffs on the way. Now, I'm not going to use the cliff explosives like as efficiently as I possibly could, because I don't actually need to. I can just destroy them as I feel like I feel how much I want to. Okay, I have one. What I'm going to do is actually do this one right here, because this is very in the way. Going to dump all of this down here. There we go. This one is actually empty. This one over here is empty. Well, let's go back up and finish the station. Now, we do want to make sure that our defense is going to be permanent up here. So it would be nice if we could get some laser turrets in, but I don't think we can make them yet. Let's take a look at the tech tree here. Now we do need to... Do we actually have... I think we have blue. Yeah, we have blue. We have gray and red and greens. We have the 4 ones there. We probably should do the lab research speed to get extra research speed. That's a really good one. Mining productivity is also really good, though it is expensive and it's going to take a lot of time. So I think it's better to not do that one. We need the electric furnace unlocked to get further on in the tech tree, so let's go with that. Unlocking advanced oil processing is necessary. We need lasers, so doing this one is a must. Uranium isn't really that necessary at the moment. We probably should do the military 3 to unlock some more stuff. And let's do some... we could do this one, and then we could do this one. We could change them to get the mining productivity later on. But yeah, getting the lab research speed is important. You should try to get them as quickly as possible to increase how fast you research, and then it's really whatever is cheapest or what you really want to get. That is something you should prioritize. Now, I do think what we should do is actually push this out a bit. This is a bit too close, I think. Let's remove this quickly, like that. Let's pick this up. And let's take it out to here. Not necessarily because you have to, but I feel like I want some extra breathing space when it comes to how close the biters can get to the train. That's really the only reason why. So let's see. Let's do this one there, then there. This one in the middle. Right, I took... yeah, you don't really have any ammo, so we are going to have to... I need to go down to the car and pick up the ammo I dropped off. Yeah, pick that one up. That's fine, but... let's... there we go. That should be enough. Well, as I said, we absolutely do want the laser turrets, but we have no laser turrets available to us just yet, so we are going to have to try to manage without them. And then let's just go straight up from here. Whoops. Not misplace. Or at least try to remove the ghost from there. There we go. That should be that. And all we need to do now is just place down the turrets. So we are defended. Now this is going to create a lot of pollution. So getting a lot of turrets might actually be a very good thing. Because, yeah, this many miners is going to spew out a lot of pollution. It's going to be very red, and since this is the source, it's going to be over here and then spread from here. Because for now it's been over here and then slowly creeping outwards. Now since we have an outpost here, it's going to be a source of pollution over here, which then can spread from there. So we are going to have to keep track of the pollution around here so we don't get overwhelmed. Let's see this. This is... yeah, we should do like that. And I am going to place this because this... no, I'm not. But it is like, it's going to become like this. What I am going to do, however, is actually place marker like that, so I know it's along that way we are going to keep it, and then we are going to just remove. Because if you don't have a marker to build from it, you might have to rebuild a lot, and I don't want to do that if I can avoid it. And we have a lot of like small trees all over the place we need to take care of. Let's see here. Now, how? Oh my god, I already forgotten. Like, right, it's like that. The reason why it's looking like that is so we can actually enter and exit basically regardless of which way the train is going and coming from, and which way the station is pointing. So it's very, very universal train station, to be honest. Let's take a quick peek again. I'm going to stand on where it's going to go, right there where I'm standing, like there, right? Yep, and then it's going to go right there. Yeah, right there. Yep. And then we need to do signals, and signals is something that is super simple. However, if you don't know how they work, they can be super hard. We're going to take this as an example for the last 5 minutes of this episode, we are going to try to explain as simply and easily and quickly as possible. Now, you do have, if we put down a bit of track just to demonstrate how they look, we have two different kind of signals. One is called rail chain signal, and one is called just rail signal. If we look at the tooltip for rail signal, it says defines the rail system into blocks, allowing multiple trains to run on the same network. And that's the thing, if you want more than one train on a track, you need the signals for the trains to work, otherwise they will stand still. Because the track in front of them is already occupied. So that's something to be aware of. You do need rail signals to divide up the rail so all the trains can run on the same network. The rail chain signal says in the tooltips that like this, it says reads the next signal in the path to allow better control of the trains. Now what these two means is, if we take a new track just to demonstrate, is that this rail signal we can use, let's see here, if we use this train here, we can see that this is green. If we then there we go, we actually had something we can put on the but the rail signal is green, and the reason why it's green is because there's nothing in front of it, so ahead of. And if you can see, there is arrows where the locomotive is on the track. If we remove the locomotive, it's going to have the arrows pointing in which direction it is going. Now, in Factorio, all the trains and stuff is going with the right side traffic rules, so it goes up on the right side and down on the left side, as it is in basically every single country in the world except like UK and Japan, and maybe a few more places, but there's very few countries in the world who still uses the left-handed traffic. The most countries is using the right-hand traffic system, and that's what Factorio uses. So it is still possible to do a left-hand, like a left-sided train, but it is way easier to do it this way. But anyway, what this means is that the arrows point in which direction a train is allowed to move. So a train will go from here and go up. It's going to go this way. Now, it's not going to back up. I just did it to do a bit of stuff. Now, if there's something ahead of, so there's something ahead of the rail signal, then this signal will go red, which means the train will stop at the signal. Now, if we had something like this. You can see that this one works exactly the same as the rail signal. It says that, okay, something ahead of me is red. So the train is going to go up here. This rail signal sees that, oh, there's nothing here until the next signal. But the rail signal doesn't care what the next signal says. It just says, okay, it's clear. So it goes green. Now, if we switch them around like this, we can see that the rail signal is going red because ahead of it is the tire, like the section ahead is occupied by something, so it goes red. And the rail chain signal looks ahead to see what the next signal is. So since this rail signal is red, this chain signal is also red. That means this train stops at the chain signal instead of the rail signal. Now, this is very good if you have train tracks going across, for example, because you don't want the train then to be standing here, because then they are blocking the other traffic, which isn't good. And we are going to use this to build this intersection here to work. Now, we are going to have to do and explain that in the next episode, but that was just a quick guide on an explanation of how the rail signals and the chain signals work. So the rail signals check the segments ahead of the signal to see if it's clear, and the chain signals see what's ahead and what is the next signal ahead of me saying. So the chain signal is something we are going to need a lot of in these kinds of intersections, and then a few rail signals. But we are going to have to keep that and keep on going with this in the next episode, because this is almost 4 minutes too much. But let's just say quickly, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.